Welcome back to episode 7 of Crypto in the Park. I am Mike and I am joined yet again by Brogan.
Hello.
And we're still here, aren't we?
Yes, we're stuck.
We are stuck here. Today we're going to talk about celebrity endorsements and crypto advertising. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at a few topics in particular. We're going to look at Kim Kardashian, Tom Brady, amongst a few, Shaquille O'Neal of all people, and what crypto projects they've been associated with and how badly or how well it has gone for them. But before we get any further, Brogan, what do they need to do?
Well, you got to scroll down. If it's grey, if the button's grey, the subscribe button's grey, you've done a good job. Press the like button. If it's red, I'm a bit disappointed, but you can save yourself by clicking the red button, turning it grey, clicking the notification button so you can hear all the videos we will upload in the future.
So the first of the 3 celebrities we're going to focus on is Kim Kardashian, who I know very little about and have no motivation to know anything about, while you advertise the parks of Gibraltar.
Yes.
So do you want to go through what happened with Kim Kardashian and Ethereum Max?
Yeah, so basically she was paid by the people at Ethereum Max to basically outright shill this token. She did so on her Instagram. I believe she did a couple of posts. It was completely blatant, just saying, oh yeah, buy this is a great coin. By these random people who just used the name of Ethereum to make a random coin which they were planning to pump and dump. And it did so, it went down to 0. So anyone who invested lost all their money. And I believe some FCC got involved?
Yeah, the SEC got involved in this one because although Kim Kardashian advertised that it was a paid promotion, what she failed to mention in any of her adverts was the fact that it was a financial product. So she was sued for in excess of what she received as commission from Ethereum Max. So that's the first one. We're going to go through at the end what we think about celebrity endorsements.
Yeah.
So that was the first one. The second one is to do with Tom Brady, who I believe is an American sports star.
Yeah, so I think he's retired now, but yeah.
Now, he was involved with our good friend Sam Bankman-Fried at FTX.
Yep.
Now, do you know much about this story?
I can kind of gather it from the rest of the other, obviously Kevin O'Leary did the same thing.
Yes.
Where he basically had an account, giving a bunch of money on. I'm not sure the specifics of it. I assume it'll appear on the screen right now.
We're going to leave precisely.
Yep.
I'll say this. I'm not going to ruin the fun, but I'll say this. It was a 7-figure sum that he received and a 7-figure sum that Kevin O'Leary received from Sam Bankman-Fried to shill FTX.
Yep, basically.
Now, of course, for those of you that don't know, FTX in November 2022 was caught short, should we say. There was a hole of about $3 billion in their portfolio, and it went into liquidation. And Sam Bankman-Fried was extradited from the Bahamas to America to stand trial, which is what he is currently doing.
Yep.
Now, from your point of view, I'll just ask you very quickly about Shaquille O'Neal was also involved with this. At the time, they were looking to, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, they were going to sponsor, pause it, I've forgotten her goddamn name. Point of view, can you just explain very briefly what Tom Brady did to sell the FTX product?
Yeah, so he would, turn up at events, with FTX in them and kind of be there as an advertising body, kind of just stand there and, do his thing. And in sporting events, he'd be their representative in a way, advertising representative, and kind of be there, supporting them and showing them around to everybody else.
Okay, so we've got Kevin O'Leary, we've got Tom Brady, and we also have Shaquille O'Neal, who is the third person we're going to talk about. Now, I'm not going to throw any shade on Shaquille O'Neal.
No,
of everybody, he's one of my heroes.
Yep.
An absolute legend. But he was also involved in selling the FTX product.
Yep.
And also, he had his own NFT project called Astrals.
Yes.
Now, do you want to go through the Astrals project very quickly and explain what that was?
Yeah, so that was kind of like, we as we've gone over before on the channel, it was kind of like this, Star Wars-esque thing where it was a space game, had NFTs based on that. So you'd have different animals like monkeys, and it'd kind of get combined into like this humanoid form with these aliens or these like starship people. And you'd buy these NFTs, and that's kind of the whole schematic of it. I believe there was probably a game in talks of it. I think they also got in contact with Stardust. But yeah, this was kind of his project, which he was forefronting. He had his own little like monkey, I believe, like big.
He did, yes. He had his Shaq 1 of 1. Now, where it gets interesting is that the second that FTX collapsed, he withdrew any kind of association with the Astrals project. And initially he was being sued for his connection to FTX. And what's interesting with the Shaquille O'Neal case is that they haven't gone after him just for the FTX connection like they've done with Tom Brady. They haven't done anything with Kevin O'Leary as far as I'm aware. But what they've done with Shaquille O'Neal is they've also put the Astrals project into his case.
Right, okay.
So the SEC are going after him for more than just FTX. They're going after him for his NFTs as well.
Nice.
Now, I don't agree with that at all. I think Shaquille O'Neal had a roadmap. There's some great people involved in that project. It's still there. I'm not saying anything negative about Astrals whatsoever. But I think what I want to move on to now is there is a catalogue of celebrities that have been involved with NFTs. We've talked about Mr. Beast. Is he called Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast, yeah.
Mr. Beast. We've talked about Russell Brand and his 1,000 Bitcoin. We've talked about other people who have had somewhat of a successful time in crypto. And then, of course, we spoke about KSI in the previous video. Now, the question I've got for you is, if we hadn't hit the bear market, do you think we would see these court cases? Or do you think they would still be promoting FTX and Ethereum Max?
Well, I think a lot, I'm not commenting on every single person who's involved, each and every celebrity involved with advertising crypto projects or crypto NFT projects or tokens. I'm not saying nobody knows what they're talking about, but as the market was going on, if the occurrence of a bear market where everything kind of goes wrong and everything kind of gets tested in a way of inserts, can you keep afloat? Will it go wrong completely? If that never happened, I still think there could be people advertising. I don't think they would, oh my God, wait a minute, this is really dodgy background. These people are really dodgy. They're trying to, extract money out of this corporation. I'm not going to advertise them anymore. I don't think they would have thought about that. And these NFT projects, they wouldn't have gone to complete zero. Obviously not. Astrals hasn't. Astrals is still there, but in these tokens and whatnot, if that would never happen, I don't think these celebrities would, question anything. No. I think they'd keep advertising it as they'd see it keeps on going. They see no problem with it, which is fair enough.
In fact, this young lady who I'm going to put on screen now, she was the girlfriend of Sam Bankman-Fried. And she came out with a Scooby-Doo-esque comment. She said, we would have got away with it if it wasn't for those pesky kids. And what she was referring to was, although there was a hole in the FTX balance sheet, and although it was a fairly sizable hole, once FTX hit the bull run in 2024 and 2025, that hole would have disappeared and everybody would have been kept whole. So I think she tends to agree with you in terms of had the bull market continued, had they been promoting this now rather than 2 years ago, then you're right. I think they still would be promoting it.
Because as long as it keeps on going, no one sees a problem with it, which is fine. Because they were secretive about it.
Exactly. And of course, we've now got the Taylor Swift World Tour, she was in talks directly with Sam Bankman-Fried, and she pulled out at the last minute. So obviously she
saw something dodgy about it.
She saw something dodgy about it, so she's pulled out. So I think, from my point of view, I've got really 3 things that people need to understand. And the first one is, never trust a bald man that's selling you shampoo. Okay?
Right.
And what I mean by that is, crypto should not be advertised by people like Shaquille O'Neal, Tom Brady and sports stars. It's a financial product. If you see any videos on YouTube, if you see any videos on TikTok or any other social media platform advertising a crypto product, it is a scam. End of story. If it's a legitimate person like Elon Musk, they are never going to promote their crypto products in an advert on YouTube.
And even if you think they would advertise, and they have done in the past, or you have to, and that's the problem with modern, in the modern day, it's technology as it's going. Exactly, deep fakes, the voice application. It's all out to get you. So even if there are people who would advertise, and you think, okay, this is a trusted source, you still have to always be careful, no matter what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Now, my simple advice is this. Buy the top 50 or buy the top 100 tokens. buy them through an exchange such as Binance, Gate.io, Mexi, Crypto.com, Coinbase, those types of platforms. Buy it there. If you don't know what you're doing, keep it on the exchange. Everybody who's watching this that's in crypto is going to be screaming at me, not your keys, not your crypto. I don't care. If you're new to crypto, keep it on the exchange. If you know what you're doing, go and get yourself
a ledger. Keep it secure. Because, if you know what you're doing, you'd understand the benefits of keeping it to yourself. And you're probably, a techie person who likes to have control when there's not a lot of control on the internet. So, definitely get yourself a ledger.
Yeah. So number one, don't believe the adverts.
No.
Number two, don't believe celebrity endorsements, no matter how much you like them as a celebrity.
Yep.
And number three, buy through an exchange. And if you know what you're doing, go and get yourself a ledger.
Yep.
So with all that being said, Brogan, what do they need to do now?
Well, like I said at the start of the video, you've got to scroll down. If the button is grey, you've done a good job. If it's red, click it. Click the bell as well. Make sure you're notified of every single video we do. And I hope you enjoyed. Do you have anything to add?
Yep. Make sure you stay tuned for episode 8 of Crypto in the Park, because I do believe they are going to get a little bit Christmassy in the coming few days.
Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, well, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching.
Perfect.
See ya. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.